Welcome to Cancelled.
Chapter 26. Something that feels like forever. Cruz. The same evening, La Jolla, California. Her hands are still trembling from her orgasm when she reaches for me, pressing her palm against the hard length straining against my pants. Even through the fabric, her touch sends electricity shooting through me, and a hiss escapes before I can stop it.
My turn.
She whispers, her voice still wrecked from what I just did to her, and the determination in her eyes makes my cock throb even harder. She wants to explore me the way I explored her, and I let her, even though every instinct in my body is screaming at me to take control. Her fingers work at my shirt buttons with unsteady hands, and I have to fist my own to keep from ripping the damn thing off myself. Each button she opens reveals more skin to her hungry gaze, and when she finally pushes the shirt off my shoulders, her hands map every inch of my chest like she's memorizing me.
You're so hot.
She murmurs, her fingertips tracing the lines of muscle across my abdomen.
I've been wanting to touch you like this since that first day in the gym.
Her confession makes something primal roar to life in my chest. My belt comes next, her fingers working the leather with newfound confidence. Then my pants, until I'm standing before her in just my boxers, my hard-on, impossible to hide. She drops to her knees in front of me, and the sight nearly shatters my control. The image of her, naked except for that black lace bra with one tit popped out, hair messy from my fingers, lips swollen from my kisses, kneeling like she's about to blow my mind and my soul in the same breath.
I've been thinking about this.
She admits, her eyes dark with want as she reaches for the waistband of my boxers.
About what you'd feel like in my mouth.
The raw honesty in her words makes my head spin. She tugs my boxers down slowly, deliberately, and when I spring free, she actually gasps, her eyes widening as she takes in the sight of me.
Holy shit.
She says, eyes wide, her gaze fixed on my length.
That has to be at least 8 inches.
Despite everything, despite the desperate need coursing through my veins, I can't help but grin at her awe. Close. 9, actually. I wink and she laughs, that breathless sound that drives me crazy.
Show off.
She teases, her voice is reverent as she reaches for me, and the first touch of her fingers around me nearly brings me to my knees. Fuck, I groan, my hands automatically moving to brace against the window behind her as she begins to explore. She's tentative at first, learning the feel of me, discovering what makes me groan and what makes my hips jerk forward involuntarily.
You're so hard.
She whispers, stroking me slowly from base to tip. And then she leans forward, her tongue darting out to taste the head of my cock, and the pleasure is so intense it borders on pain. Jesus, Evie, I gasp, my hands tangling in her hair as she takes me into her mouth. The sight of her lips wrapped around my cock, the feel of her tongue working me over, is almost more than I can handle. She looks up at me as she takes me deeper, and the combination of innocence and sin in her green eyes nearly destroys me. She's incredible, tentative but eager, learning exactly how to drive me insane with every stroke of her tongue, every gentle suction. That's it, baby, I encourage, my voice rough with need. Just like that. She responds to my praise by taking me even deeper, and I have to fight not to thrust into her mouth. Every movement she makes sends me spiraling higher until I'm right on the edge of losing control completely. But I don't want it to end like this. Not tonight. Not when I've been dreaming about being inside her for weeks. My hands gently cup her face, my thumbs stroking her cheeks as I encourage her to look up at me. When she does, her lips still around me, her eyes questioning, the sight almost undoes me entirely. Stop, I manage, my voice rough and strained. Evie, you have to stop. She pulls back slowly, concern flashing in her emerald green eyes.
Did I do something wrong?
God, no, I say quickly, helping her to her feet and pulling her against me. That was incredible. You're incredible. But the first time I come with you, I want it to be when I'm buried deep in your perfect, tight pussy. The blunt honesty of my words stills her, pupils dilating, thighs pressing together, her chest rising faster with every second. I want to feel you around me when I lose control, I continue, my hands roaming her body possessively. I want to watch your face when I make you mine. Next time, I promise, my thumbs stroking her cheeks, my forehead resting against hers. Next time I'll let you have your way with me. But tonight, I want this, I say as I slip a finger between her folds. She's even wetter than she was when I ate her out. She was getting off while she was letting me fuck her mouth. This girl is going to ruin me, and I'm already begging for it.
Evie. Cruz helps me to my feet and guides me toward his bed, his hands gentle but possessive on my waist, like he's claiming me with every touch. I sink onto the mattress, painfully aware of every detail. My bra barely clinging, my hair wild from his hands, my skin still flushed and trembling from the wreckage he's made of me. I feel ruined and worshipped in the same breath, and the reverence in his gaze sparks something dangerous in me. Like he sees me as sacred, like I'm divine and defiled at once.
You're so fucking gorgeous,
He says, like he can read my thoughts. His eyes rake over my body with such intensity that I feel it like a physical touch, leaving trails of heat everywhere his gaze lands.
Do you have any idea what you do to me? How you've been driving me insane for weeks?
He moves to the nightstand, gloriously naked and utterly unself-conscious. Every step smooth, powerful, assured. I can't look away. His muscles ripple with each motion, the room seeming to bend to him. When he reaches for a condom, something tightens in my chest, sharp and electric. This is real. It's happening.
You sure about this?
He asks as he rolls the condom on, his gaze locking with mine, an intensity behind it that sends a shiver through me. I've never been more sure of anything, I say, and I mean it with every fiber of my being. I've never wanted anything more than I want him right now. He climbs back onto the bed, the mattress sinking under his weight as he settles between my thighs. For a heartbeat, he only studies me, his hand cupping my face with a tenderness so piercing, it steals the air from my lungs.
You're incredible.
He whispers, and then he's kissing me again, slow, deep, and perfect. I melt into him, my hands roaming over the hard planes of his chest, feeling the heat pulsing beneath my palms, matching the frantic rhythm of my own. I feel him position himself at my entrance, and we both pause for a moment, the anticipation almost unbearable. This is it. The moment I've been craving since the first time I saw him. Since that first heated look in the gym that set everything in motion.
Ready?
He asks against my lips, his voice rough with barely contained desire and restraint. Yes, the word spills out on a broken sigh as I wrap my legs around his waist. Please, Cruz, I need you. He enters me slowly, so slowly, his eyes never leaving mine as he gives me time to adjust to his size. The initial stretch is intense, overwhelming. He's bigger than anyone I've been with. I have to bite my lip to keep from crying out at the exquisite pressure.
Easy now.
He whispers, pressing gentle kisses to my forehead, my cheeks, anywhere he can reach.
I've got you, baby. I've got you.
But it's more than just the physical sensation. It's the way he's looking at me like I'm everything he's ever wanted. The way his hands shake slightly as they frame my face. The way his breathing is as ragged as mine. Every inch he gives me feels like a claiming, like he's marking me as his from the inside out. More, I whisper, and he groans at the word, pushing deeper until I can feel him everywhere, filling spaces inside me I didn't know existed. When he's fully seated inside me, we both go completely still, both overwhelmed by the sensation. The feeling of being completely filled by him, connected to him in the most intimate way possible, is almost too much to process.
Fuck, Evie.
He pants, his forehead pressed against mine, his entire body trembling with the effort of staying still.
You feel incredible. It's like your body was designed to wreck me.
So, do you... I manage, my hands gripping his shoulders as I adjust to the exquisite fullness, to the way he seems to touch every nerve ending inside me. You're so deep. I can feel you everywhere. He starts to move then, pulling out slowly before sliding back in. The friction is so intense it steals my breath. He sets a rhythm that builds gradually, each thrust deliberate and controlled, like he's savoring every second of being inside me. Each movement sends waves of pleasure through me, and I can feel myself opening up to him. My body learning to accommodate his size to welcome the delicious stretch and fullness. We find our pace together, moving in perfect sync, and it's better than anything I've ever imagined. Every sensation is heightened. The weight of him above me, the feel of his skin against mine, the way he fills me so completely that I can't tell where I end and he begins. It's like we're becoming one person, one being consumed by the same desperate need. When he angles his hips exactly right, hitting that perfect spot deep inside me, I cry out his name, my back arching off the bed.
That's it.
He murmurs, his lips against my neck, his voice strained with his own mounting pleasure.
Let me hear you. I want to know how good I'm making you feel.
The second orgasm builds differently than the first. Deeper, more intense, radiating from where we're joined throughout my entire body like ripples in water. I can feel myself getting close, my muscles tightening around him, drawing a groan from his throat that vibrates through both of us. I'm going to come, I gasp, my nails digging into his back as the pressure builds to an almost unbearable peak.
Come for me.
He says, his voice strained with his own approaching climax, his movements becoming more urgent.
I want to feel you tighten and pulse around me.
His words push me over the edge, and I dissolve into sensation. My back arching as pleasure tears through me in waves that leave me gasping, everything blurring into light and sensation. I'm vaguely aware of crying out his name, of my body pulsing around him in rhythm, pulling him deeper with every tremor. The sensation of me coming apart triggers his own release, and he buries his face in my neck, groaning my name as he follows me over the edge. We stay like that for a long moment, both breathing hard, both trying to process what just happened between us. I've never felt so connected to another person, so completely satisfied and yet already craving more of him. Finally, he lifts his head to look at me, brushing damp hair away from my face with gentle fingers, his eyes soft with something that looks like wonder.
Stay.
He says quietly, his thumb tracing my cheek with infinite tenderness. I smile, feeling boneless and satisfied and completely his. Yes. And as he pulls me against his chest, our bodies still intertwined, I know that everything has changed between us. This isn't just sex. It's the beginning of something that terrifies and thrills me in equal measure. Something that feels like forever.